Today we are cutting the legendary green mango. Green mangoes, of course, contain a single, nearly impenetrable pit that is incredibly difficult to separate from the pulp of the fruit. We all, of course, are familiar with the disastrous mango cut that our famed cutter attempted many moons ago. And as of late, it would appear that the cutter has been cursed by some sort of pyramid mango being, and he has now been coerced into having to complete the mango cut. Otherwise, he will suffer the consequences and have to experience fruit that bleeds profusely every time he cuts it, as we witnessed last week. Cutter seems to have completed a circumferential cut already around the pulp and soft outer shell of the fruit, and at this point he is going to begin jabbing into the impenetrable pit. Seems to be struggling using the reverse hand grip technique to pound that sharp jabbing tip into the mango. Over and over again, he is going to have to be very consistent with his strength, with his rhythm, and as you can see, he's toweling off a bit there to increase his grip, to lessen the chance of slipping and reduce the chance of injury or a disqualification by completely losing grip on the spoon. Continuing to pry around, sawing through the pit, the cutter, it is hard to determine whether or not he is making any progress at this stage in the cut. The fruit has been cut, but the pit remains probably solidly intact in the center. All we can do is hope and pray that he does not. It appears as though he's punctured a hole in the pit at this time. I can't tell quite from the disastrous mush that is becoming the outer shell of the mango. Examining the fruit here, it appears as though he has indeed pierced a hole and is now struggling to pull the spoon out of the pit. Well, it would appear that the pit has been exhumed from the skin of the mango. There's quite a lot of juice being expelled from the fruit onto the board. He's going to lose some points, but then again, this cut isn't so much for points as it is to rid the cutter of the mango curse. If he fails to complete the cut, I would just like to say it's been a pleasure commentating for you on this channel all these years, and I hope you've enjoyed the insight that the Cut Dat channel has brought to all the cutting fans around the world. And I would also like to appreciate all of the new cutting fans who are now appreciative of the spoon cutting sport. It's been an absolute pleasure. The cutter is now working his way through just the pit, having cut the skin perfectly in half, although the inner pulp is somewhat evaporating and absolutely just disappearing off of the board. Why don't we now take a look at the original mango cut to compare the progress that the cutter is making now as opposed to the progress he was making so long ago. As you can see, the old mango was yellow. I believe it was an Altufo mango. Yes, an Altufo mango is the mango of choice. It bears the almost no difference between the structure of the green mango and the Altufo mango. So in case you were doubting the integrity of the strength of the new mango, it is just as difficult as the Altufo mango. You can see the cutter was using the side of the bowl of the spoon to slice around the circumference of the mango, and apparently he had no idea there was a pit in there, which is why he then just sort of mushed the mango up with his hands, which is absolutely an atrocity in the spoon cutting community. And that was the extent of the original mango cut. Today the cutter is obviously very well aware of the seed, the large pit inside the mango, and he is doing quite a number on it with a reverse grip jackhammer technique. He appears to be scraping away some of the pulp to get a better visual on the actual seed. It is very hard to sort of understand the structure and the strength of what you're cutting if you can't see it very well. And the pulp is fully encompassing the seed, so I wouldn't blame him for taking some time to scrape away that well-cemented pulp. Now using a two-handed jackhammer technique to puncture the pit. He has officially punctured the pit. I'm not sure if this is a new hole or if it's just the same hole that he was able to create before. Now trying to lodge the spoon through, not having any luck there. This pit is incredibly dense. I'm not sure if any of you have ever held a mango pit, but it is basically a small block of wood. So the amount of strength and endurance it is going to require is quite high. You can see the cutter's forearms are becoming quite vascular and quite muscular as he makes his progress through this cut. You can see the cutter has chosen to wear a gorgeous Movado timepiece. I'm not sure why he would wear such a pricey timepiece for such a sloppy, messy cut. There's a good chance he may damage it. Cutter is now prying just a bit through that opening that he has created, and we can hear the siren now at this time in the background, which typically indicates that the Pyramid Man is just around the corner, so this is absolutely fantastic. Let's hope that he doesn't kill our cutter, because, well, I'm not sure what we would be watching come Monday on the Cut That channel. If the cutter does manage to complete this cut right now, you can expect to see him, as well as another individual from the Cut That channel, at Con NYC this weekend. If you take a look at now the pit, he has made some incredible progress. It looks as though he only has one edge of the pit to finish bisecting. Back to the reverse hand grip jackhammer technique. We're coming down to the final moments of what is going to be a successful mango cut, and a mango cut that frees our cutter from the nightmare he has been living. From the nightmare. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, he did it. The cutter has managed. Oh my god. Oh my god. The mango has been cut. This is a successful mango cut. The cutter's done it. We will see you at StreamCon this weekend for a celebration. Holy shit.